My client Taylor spent $25,000 on 3 different YouTube agencies and all of them gave him nothing. Then he started working with me, and in just 28 days, my retainer paid for itself 10 times over. His booked calls went up 58%, his subscribers nearly tripled, and his YouTube channel with less than 1,000 followers started driving almost the same website traffic as his LinkedIn account with 19,000 followers. So in this video, I'm going to break down the exact strategy we used to scale him this fast, explain how he's able to spend just 1 day a month on content, and go over what we did differently than the other 3 YouTube agencies that he tried. Let's dive in. So first, let me set the stage by explaining what Taylor actually does and where he was before he started YouTube. So Taylor runs a 2-person agency that is fully bootstrapped and is doing over $2 million per year. And because of exactly that, he never really had time to do YouTube properly. As a founder, especially if you're bootstrapped, there's no way on earth you'll be able to spend hours each week planning content, coming up with ideas, scripting, recording, maybe even editing or doing thumbnails, stuff like that. But he knew that YouTube would crush it for him because he's running a cold email agency, and you can see cold email agencies just absolutely printing from YouTube. So he knew that this channel was viable. So what he decided to do is hire a YouTube agency so they can take everything off of his plate apart from the recording, and he can still do YouTube with his limited time. By the way, everything that I will talk about in this video, he also explains it in a public LinkedIn post that he recently did, which I'll link in the description below. So with the first agency, Taylor went all in on the setup. He spent $5,000 on the best equipment, even repainting the background in his office to make it look cool. But then he got the first script from that YouTube agency, and it was basically just a hook, then a blank body, and then the outro. And according to him, he had to spend 4 hours just filling in the blanks in that body, which is basically 90% of the video. And that was for just one video. So there's like no way he'll be able to do this for, let's say, 4 videos per month if he has to spend like 4 hours on each of these. But the thing is that he already had a ton of content on his LinkedIn. That was his main channel where he was getting most of his clients and traffic from. So the agency could have easily just taken those LinkedIn posts and use that information to write the whole YouTube script, so Taylor doesn't have to do that. But when he brought this up with the agency, they just blew it off. So after that, he tried 2 other agencies, but he faced the same exact problem. None of these agencies really gave his time back, and that was what he was looking for. He spent over $25,000 on these 3 YouTube agencies plus the equipment, and he got nothing in return. So that's when Taylor found out about me. Long story short, I work with a client called Adam Robinson, who we are scaling his YouTube. He's huge on LinkedIn, and he's one of the most established and trustworthy guys in the SaaS space. Now, while we do the YouTube for Adam Robinson, Taylor does his cold email. So we were both working for Adam, and that's how Taylor found out about us. And Adam told him about how he just spent a couple hours per month on the entire YouTube thing because we are handling everything else, and how we are using his already existing content and his LinkedIn posts to write scripts that need minor edits or sometimes even no edits at all from Adam. And all Adam has to do is just turn on his camera for 30 minutes a week. That's exactly what Taylor was looking for, so he reached out to me. So let me explain exactly what we did differently compared to those other agencies and how we were able to make this work and make this a huge success. The biggest difference was that I actually used Taylor's already existing content. He already had tons of LinkedIn posts, SOPs, ideas out there, and we just used all of that to create the YouTube scripts. This way, the scripts needed just very minor edits or sometimes no edits at all from Taylor. So he went from spending 4+ hours per video to just 30 minutes a week. And after he records the videos, we do the editing, we do the thumbnails, we do the SEO, we do the scheduling, and we even give him LinkedIn posts that he can use to promote the videos. The reason why all those other agencies failed is because they treated YouTube as if it was existing in a vacuum. They didn't leverage what Taylor already had, and they expected him to do all the heavy lifting on the content side. And this completely defeats the purpose of hiring an agency. By the way, if you want to use YouTube to generate leads for your business and position yourself as the authority while you only have to spend just a couple hours per month on this whole thing, just like Taylor, then make sure you book a free call with me using the first link in the description. Now back to the video. So now let me explain the exact strategy we implemented for Taylor and how we got results this fast. So the basis of our strategy was looking at all the data that's out there in the cold email space on YouTube already, because there are tons of people already in the cold email space crushing it on YouTube, agencies, SaaS companies, etc. So we can look at everything from what are the best performing titles, thumbnails, how do you do the hooks, etc. So that's what we did. And if you look at Taylor's channel, we started our journey here. So this was our first video, and so far we've uploaded just 6 videos, which is crazy. And you can see, like, compared to his videos before, not only do they look different from the packaging side of things, but they performed completely differently. So you can see almost all of the videos that we uploaded are above 2,000 views. almost all of it came from organically, even though Taylor already has an audience on LinkedIn and we heavily rely on that, especially at the beginning. Most of this traffic came completely organically from YouTube and from the algorithm. So the reason we were able to achieve this level of growth is number one, because we placed our entire strategy on frameworks that are already working. So if you search up just cold email on YouTube, you can see like the best performing channels. Instantly is one of them. There are tons of other ones, but Instantly is one of the biggest. Lee Gen J, Alex Berman, Eric, Apollo. You can see all of these channels. So from here, I'll use Instantly as an example. We can look at exactly what are their best performing videos, how they package them, and how we can get inspiration from that and use these same already proven packagings in our channels. But then what we want to do is make these videos even more valuable, even better, even more insightful, even more useful. And this way we can actually beat these people, even though we are starting from completely zero. Taylor has that knowledge where he will be able to outrank these people. He will be able to beat these people just because he has expertise that is almost unmatched in the cold email space. So that was our exact strategy. You can see that if you look at the best performing videos, some of the best performing videos of Instantly, we used some very similar packagings and some very similar title concepts. And that's the exact reason why we were able to get results this fast and create absolute banger videos like this. But as I explained, the other component of this whole thing was that Taylor is one of the biggest experts in the cold email space. He's sending basically more emails than anyone else out there. He has better systems than anyone else out there. And if he leans into all of this and shares this publicly, he will absolutely crush it on YouTube. So that's exactly what we did. So not only did we use data to find the already proven packagings, video ideas and concepts, but then inside the videos, we shared the stuff that no one else was sharing. You can see I sent 12.2 million cold emails last month. Like, who sends this much cold emails? Like, no one. And then if you watch any of Taylor's videos, we go very deep. So we show screenshots, we show systems, we show real results, and we give away as many things as we can. After that, what was absolutely crucial for our success is nailing each component of YouTube. So not only the packaging, the title, the thumbnails, but everything that goes into it. So I'm talking about the hook of the video, how we script that, then the structure of the video, how we structure videos so we make sure that people keep actually watching it, how we do the call to actions in the videos to make sure that people are then booking calls and converting from the videos. Also how we edit the videos in a way where it looks professional and it's engaging. And again, people keep watching the videos. Then how we optimize SEO. So what we put in the descriptions, in the tags, what keywords we put in the titles. That's why most people struggle with YouTube, because there's a long list of things that you have to optimize. But once you nail all of these, success is very simple on YouTube. And then lastly, as I mentioned, we leaned heavily into his already existing audience to promote each of the videos. So at the beginning, even though his YouTube is very small, we were able to get that initial push from his already existing audience. And that can help a lot. So what we did is, if you look at his LinkedIn, he has almost 19,000 followers. And what we did for each of the videos is that we promoted it with a post. So this is an example for the last video. You can see that we put the hook of the video in here, which works very well, and then created the text post for Taylor, where he puts this out there and he asks people to comment XYZ. And then if those people like actually comment, which you can see like over 100 people commented, so it's like pretty crazy, or yeah, maybe like 50, because he replied to almost all of them. But yeah, a lot of people commented on it, and he can then send this video to all of those people. Why this is so important is because this way we build a bridge between his YouTube and his LinkedIn. So even though people might find him on LinkedIn because that's like the primary B2B platform, people can still go to YouTube, and we have that bridge where we can get them to YouTube, and that's where the long form content is. That's where the real nurturing content is. So people can go there, really see Taylor's systems, how much of an expert he is, trust him, and buy from him. So just by promoting it on his LinkedIn, this can lead to a ton of extra conversions and booked calls. So let's talk about the results after just 28 days. Before me, he was booking 12 calls per week. He had 354 subscribers, and he was spending over 4 hours per video script. After 28 days of working with me and KS Media, he booked 19 calls per week, which is a 58% increase. He got up to 931 subscribers. So basically he added 577 new subscribers, and his total time commitment on this is 30 minutes per week. And the craziest part is that his YouTube channel, which was under 1,000 subscribers, started driving almost the same traffic to his website as his LinkedIn with 19,000 followers. For context, when I first hopped on a call with Taylor and I asked him, what are your main lead sources? He said LinkedIn, like LinkedIn is the main one. And after just 28 days, it's pretty crazy, but we were able to like catch up to that and basically get YouTube to the same level as LinkedIn. Because in those first 28 days, he got 305 website visitors from his LinkedIn and 292 website visits from YouTube. Think about it, a tiny YouTube channel competing with a LinkedIn that's 20 times bigger. That's the power of YouTube when it's done right. In terms of ROI, my retainer paid for itself 10 times in the first 28 days according to Taylor, and he only has to work 1 day a month on content as a bootstrap founder. Now, if you want to see how we can do the same thing for you and help you scale with YouTube, then click the first link in the description and book a free call with me. On that call, we'll dive deep into your situation, see if YouTube would make sense for you and your company, and I'll also explain how we can do the same exact thing for you as we did for Taylor. So click that link below, book your call, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.